Guten Tag alle, Herr Wallace hier. Heute wollte ich mit euch sprechen über koordinierende Konjunktionen. Die sind sehr wichtig auf Deutsch und auch ziemlich leicht zu lernen. So today we're going to talk about coordinating conjunctions. If you're familiar with coordinating conjunctions in English, you know that they combine two clauses that are basically not dependent upon each other. So that's basically the same thing that they do in German, but the bonus for using coordinating conjunctions, I guess you look at it as a bonus, is that the word order does not change for them. So that in other words, you do not have to move the verb to the end like you would if you were using a subordinating conjunction. And for more information on that, you can watch our video on subordinating conjunctions. So today I just wanted to share with you the 5 coordinating conjunctions that I've written here on the board. Aber, which means but or nevertheless, which expresses a contrast or a contradiction or a doubt, much like we use but in English. Denn, which means because, and this can be a little bit confusing if you're just learning German because there's actually 2 words for because in German. One of them is denn, which is a coordinating conjunction and has a somewhat limited use, and weil, which is much more frequently used and is a subordinating conjunction. Oder, which is or, pretty much aligned basically with how we use that in English. Sondern, which is but rather, has also contradiction, and we'll talk about some of the things that kind of help you get used to the use of sondern. And und, which is basically and very frequent and very common. Over here I have written the sentences, kind of using each one as an example. Das Auto ist schnell, aber teuer. The car is fast, but it's expensive. So this is kind of how you would use aber. I could easily have said das Auto ist schnell, aber das Auto ist teuer. That's also an example, but basically it's a contradiction. Ich konnte nicht gehen, denn ich war krank. I could not go because I was sick. One of the things about denn that's basically, as you know, the word order here is normal. Ich war krank means I, verb, and then adjective. But if this had been weil, for example, it would have had to go ich krank war. And one of the things about denn is it can't be used to answer a question. For example, if someone says, why is your car not working today? Warum funktioniert dein Auto heute nicht? Then the answer has to be with weil, like weil es immer noch nicht repariert ist oder weil es immer noch im Werkstatt ist. So these are some reasons or some examples of denn. Okay? Ist die Antwort ja oder nein? Is the answer yes or no? Es ist nicht Freitag, sondern es ist Montag. Again, it's a contradiction. The first sentence normally involves nicht because you're saying it's not this, but rather it is this. So that's normally how sondern is used. And then finally, Herr Wallace ist alt und kahlköpfig. Mr. Wallace is old and bald-headed. So you can use and just like you would in English. Ich hoffe, dass es hilfreich war. Auf Wiedersehen.